What's up, YouTube? This is Matt here, and I wanted to bring you an updated Constellar deck profile. I have made some massive changes to this deck, and it's actually kind of competitive. So I wanted to do a little deck profile, go over some of my fun combos and locks, and then give you guys a little tournament report. So I will kind of breeze through the deck profile, and then I'll go over some of my stuff. So, triple cows, triple pollux, triple LG. You need 3 of these. I don't care if Maxi and Valor exist. Fuck it. Triple Sombre, and then double Sheridan. This is your basic Constellar lineup. I was playing triple Sheridan, but double's better because triple's too slow. That's 14 Constellars. I play double Photon Thrasher. I took out Thunder King and Bear just because they're too inconsistent. Like, they're really good cards, but they don't do anything for the deck. Photon Thrasher helps you put another level 4 light monster on board, and he's a beater with 2100, so if you really want to bait out your opponent and kind of confuse them to start, you just special summon this and say go, and see what they got, because this will help bait out some stuff. And that's really why I play 2, because you want to see this guy, because he's actually really good, and especially if you can just get in your ass cream, like, this helps you put like 4 or 5 monsters on board really fast. And then 1 Honest, because it's a light deck, and it's dual terminal, because that's awesome. That's 17 monsters. Triple Tunky for searching out the cows, it's really crucial. And then 1 Pollux, 1 Pollux, and it might as well be a Pollux. 1 Reinforcement in the army. Double Upstart, if I had a 3rd one, I'd be playing it. Triple Kaiser Coliseum, this card is way too good right now, absolutely ridiculous, and if you can manage to get this out with a Pleiades on board, your opponent's just kind of fucked. 1 Dark Hole, 1 Book, triple MST, double Lance, and then 1 Forbidden Dress. This would be a 3rd Lance if I had a 3rd one, so I'm on the lookout for a 3rd Lance. And that's 17 spells, so I only run 6 traps. 1 Solemn, 1 Torrential, 1 Mirror Force. And then the biggest change, Triple Decree. I was playing 13 spells, and I cut it down to these 6. The reason why I play 6, not just the triple decrees, because if you don't see these, you don't want to get ran over, and I think these are the 3 best spells in the game right now. Solemn really gets a bad monster on board, Torrential can save you from an OTK, and same with Mirror Force, and that's really the point of the trap cards. So, but Royal Decree, just because if I'm not playing any back row, you're not playing any back row, so that's my reasoning behind this. And today I was playing against a Madolche player who set 4, had Ticket and Chateau on board, and then I flipped a Royal Decree and he could not activate shit. So it was awesome. So yeah, that's the main deck. 40 cards. On to the extra. 1 Ptolemy. I'm trying to bump this up to 2. I'm trying to find a 2nd. Double Pleiades, because Pleiades is a boss. Double Omega, because he's a really good rank 4 to go into, especially if you don't got your Royal Decrees. 1 Precipice, because it helps you push for game. 1 Gaia Dragon, and 1 Volcasaurus, for those awesome plays, and for when your Pleiades and your M7 are dead. And then a Shark Fortress for OTKs. 1 101, I'm going to talk about this card in a second. 1 Star Liege, this is really good for baiting your opponent's stuff out, and he's just a really good card in general. 1 Diamond Dyer, 1 Cowboy, 1 Roach, 1 Zenmaines. These 4 aren't really major, and I want to switch these up. Not the Cowboy probably, and not the Zenmaines, but these 2 definitely should be changed. And I'm working on that. And that's the extra. On the side, 1 Defissure, 1 Macro, 1 Soul Drain, for those dumb graveyard matchups, along with a Debunk and an Imperial Iron Wall. Debunk, if I had more, I would bump this up, because it's a really good card against Mermails and Boojins, so I want to bump this up. And Imperial Iron Wall is just good against the Hieratic Rulers and Boojins. 1 Overworked, Madolches, Harpies, Fire Fists, enough said, Fire Kings, although I wouldn't suggest this against Fire Kings. I learned that one today. 1 Vanities, because I'm not doing the whole trap lineup in the main deck, so I'm signing this. Double Fossil Dyna, because it's really good. It helps control the board. Double trap hole, because so many decks rely on that normal summon. If you go first against Boojins and you set this, and before they have a time to set up the graveyard, they summon Yamato and you just trap hole it. It's like, it's massive. And I did this against Harpies today. I trap holed a Dancer and a Channeler, and it did work. Trap hole's a really good side deck card. Double Mind Crush. This is definitely going to change. I'm not liking Mind Crush right now. And then double Zombie World. This is good against Cybers right now, because everybody's playing Cybers, and this is really good so you don't get Fortress Dragoned. Now it's a verb. Because everyone becomes a zombie, and this is good against Boojins, Fire Fists, Harpies, like, you name it. It's just really good. So yeah, that's the deck. Now for some combos. Obviously, some of the biggest changes. The Lances aren't a change. Kaiser Coliseum is new. And the Royal Decrees. These three are amazing together. Yeah. You got these on the field with this guy or this guy, and you pretty much got game. And these go for appropriate settings, obviously. Today, I played against Fire Fists. Number 101, Silent Honor Arc. First turn, Kaiser Coliseum, or Kaiser, Forbidden Lance, Royal Decree, go. Amazing, because the first instinct is to go, oh, Kaiser Coliseum, that's not really a big problem for me. I'll just play Bear. Well, Silent Honor Arc's got that. Really good card. People forget that you don't always have to suck up a special summon attack position monster. You can just sit on this guy, because this is a better Maestro, in my opinion. Just because he can't be destroyed. Like, you can detach. And 21 isn't exactly easy to get over. It's not the best attack, but main deck cards struggle to get over this. Enough said. I mean, 101 is just a really good card. It's a really good investment. I would definitely suggest getting this before Exciton Night, because Exciton Night is really situational. This card is really good, especially if you're playing two, which I want to do. I want a second one. It's really good just to bait out your opponent's shit. Like, if you first turn with these three, it's just really, really good. And Pleiades, if you can set up, like, these 4 cards on the field, this is your Pleiades lock. You bounce any monsters, no trap cards, you can't Xyz, Synchro, any bullshit like that, and just in case Royal Decree doesn't do it, like if they got like Soul Taker, Dark Hole, some bullshit, you just lance it, and then you got 1700 Pleiades, which isn't great, but you can just bounce it, like bounce whatever tries to run over it. So this is my Pleiades lock. This is what I want on the field at all times. And then once your Pleiades goes dead, it's really not hard to just be like, okay, or if it gets fiendished or something, like if you don't have this on board or this, like, okay, I go M7. Next turn you detach, you get back like something gay, like Honest or Sombre or something like that. Then you got 27 beater on board, and if that gets Veilered or something, you're just like, okay, Gaia Dragon. Like, this literally happened to me today. I didn't have this on board. I had this and a Mirror Force set, and my Pleiades got Fiendish Chained, and I was like, well, shit, okay, M7. And then, this got Fiendish Chained. And I was like, damn it, okay. Gaia Dragon. Like, right there you bait out. Like, even though, like, these two cards are really good, and you don't want them to get Fiendish, like, it helps you bait out a lot. And then Gaia Dragon just runs over shit. Like, this happened against Fire Kings, and, like, oh my god, like, because, like, you can't go over this, so your natural instinct is just to set a monster. Well, if you notice, Yaksha and Barong don't exactly have the best defense. And the guy kind of didn't take that into consideration, and this ran over Barong with 200 defense for 24 damage. Like, Guy Dragon is just devastating. So, yeah, that's really the lock that I'm going for in this deck. Like, if you have this on board with, like, really, your dream opening hand is this. This is your dream opening hand with this deck. Decree, Kaiser, Forbidden Lance, Pollux, Chaos, Sombre, in that order. Just because you Pollux, you Chaos, you overlay Pleiades. Kaiser, set, go. They already have a challenge because they can't play more than one monster, and they got to deal with Pleiades. And then if they try and first turn Dark Hole or anything, you got Lance, and once they set their 4 back row and try and psych you out of that bullshit, you play Decree. And then after you have fun bouncing stuff, or I like to recycle my Tenkies. Like, as soon as I put him on board, I'll detach and bounce my Tenki, so next turn I can use it again and keep my hand advantage up. You bounce again, and then you just overlay for my good friend M7. And then you got M7 on board, and then you can get back. What I like to do is get back the Pollux, because if you recycle your Tenki, you've already got Chaos in hand. And then once that's out of material, you just go for Guy Dragon, like I was saying. And then if they somehow get that off board, Sombre, banish, Pleiades, whatever, get back Chaos, and then you just go for the second Pleiades. A lot of people have commented on my deck, and they've been watching it progress over the past couple months, and they've been saying, wow. I had a Firefist player say, in quotes, this is what he said, you've created an interesting level of gameplay. How did your deck do against water? And that just made me really happy, because that told me that my deck is good enough to beat one of the best decks right now. Firefists are very well known as one of the best decks right now, and for him to acknowledge that my deck could have a fighting chance against water is really meaningful for me. And I really like Constellars, and I feel like this deck has a lot of potential, but you just gotta play it right. And there's a lot that comes with this. This is a hard deck to play competitively, just because, like, people just special summon a lot. Like, your main engine is a -1 play. Someone pointed out to me, your Pollux Chaos plays, it's a 2-for-1. You go Pollux, Chaos, overlay, Pleiades. That's a 2-for-1 right there. And that's not always a great thing. In Mermails, you discard to get special summoned, you get back to your hand, you overlay for Bahamut, even though that seems like a -1, then you get out the Trite. Like, all that deck does is plus. Spellbooks, same things. Firefist, same thing. Like, Constellars don't really plus that much per se, unless you're playing Sombre, which really isn't a plus, because you banish from grave, and then you end up playing it, and it's a 2-for-1 anyway. But it's really good with this combo, and if you can get, like, even the dress on board, which I didn't see dress at all today, and an idea I had was these 3 plus a prohibition, calling MST, and your opponent can't do shit. So yeah, this is my take on the Constellar deck right now. It doesn't really seem like a fun way to play the deck, but trust me, this makes it, like, a lot more strategic for your opponent, and it really gives this deck an opportunity to give top-tier decks a run for their money. So, yeah, that's my deck profile. Tell me what you guys think of my deck. This is the main thing that I'm going for with this deck. And, yeah, so like, comment on the profile. Please tell me what you think. I'm always trying to make this deck better. I want to do a binder update so I can get some of the cards that I'm looking for, and I'll probably put that video up soon. So, yeah, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, guys.